Okay, so on the second session of this investigation, we're doing our briefing, and it looks like that Big L captured an EVP of what sounds like children.
Grandma Jojo, if you're in here, would you please say something so I could let your...
Okay. That's the problem. Okay. So, it appears, okay, after I did the blessing, 70% subsided according to the occupant. So it looks like now we have residual energy, which Stephanie picked up on. And residual energy we can never get rid of, because that's history. It's repeating itself and it's replaying over and over and over again. May it be positive, may it be negative. So as for a haunting in this place, you do definitely, seems like we do have residual. We're getting orb photos. The EVPs could be residual. So we're wrapping this up. Kara, Sherry, John, Deanna, Stephanie, you guys got anything to say?
I went outside, did EVPs. I got nothing. I got orbs in the pictures, and I went over here by the hutch. I didn't get anything either. That was pretty much it.
We were getting the K2 meter was getting hits.
Yeah.
And it was like intelligent. It was answering when they were asking questions.
Kara, anything? Okay, Kara's got a new hairdo.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Stephanie?
No, nothing. I did some EVPs. I got nothing. But I just want to say that, you know, the residual energy that is here, I think that the only reason that I picked up on it was that I was open to picking up on it. And I don't think that it poses any kind of threat. The one way that people are accidentally open to residual is vibrationally. If they're in harmony with it or aligning themselves with it, then they might feel that. So my suggestion is just, you know, keep things harmonious and happy in your family as best you can. I don't think that should be a problem.
Residual can't hurt you. All it is history repeating itself. And if you do have an intelligent, like Sherry was saying, you're getting some intelligent K2 responses, it could possibly be a very benevolent type of entity, a close relative that's now deceased, that may be watching over the family. And the angels, when I did the blessing, are allowing that entity to reside here. So, Deanna? Anything?
Not really, other than like what Sherry said, we got the intelligent K2 hits.
The older son said that when he was feeling cold, he felt the hug from the grandmother.
Yeah, he did.
And he also said that she hit him on the side of the head, and he goes, was that you? And the K2 meter just lit up.
Right. Now, the occupant was talking about being touched in the back, and so, did you want to explain that?
Yeah, the first time that I went in there, it was before I started pulling in the girls. I felt a hand on my shoulder, and it was a right hand, and I could feel the placement of the thumb, and it was from somebody much, much shorter than me. And my mom was 5'1", so she was a whole foot shorter than I was, and the hand placement was of somebody about her height. And then, but a few seconds later, from my shoulders to the top of my waistband, my entire back went ice cold, but only that part of my body was cold. I was standing in front of a vent. Front of me, fine, neck up, room temp, legs room temp, it was just my back.
Wow. So it appears that, okay, so you have the one intelligent entity probably still here, and is kind of looking over the family. You got the residual energy still going on. And so as for a haunting, yeah, you do have a haunting here, residual living ghosts, things that are being replayed over and over again, and possibly that one intelligent entity that Eugene encountered, and what we're getting maybe as EVPs, and perhaps what we're getting with the K2 hits with intelligent responses. So I saw Deanna and I saw Kara sniffing around in the front. They were looking at wires. Can you explain, Kara and Deanna, what you guys were doing?
We were just trying to debunk. We had gotten very, very strong hits in this back bedroom with the K2 meter. And so we passed the K2 meter over to John outside the window there. And we came to the conclusion that there is something electrical that's causing that, that's under the house or underground, under the ground there. So that was pretty much debunked, because there was, whenever we set the K2 meter down on the floor in a certain area in that back room, it was lighting up to 3 and staying there. And it was doing the exact same thing outside, and where we were moving the K2 around.
I think the last time I did it.
And we suggested that she move the bed, because that's the daughter that's having all the problems. There's so much energy right there. She should, and her head's probably down close to the wall.
Yep.
And what
But, you know,
happened?
if it's
Yeah,
if
you
it's
should
that
move the bed.
strong, then, and if it is, there is a possibility that you know, causes some distortion, hallucination.
Right. Nausea.
That there might be a possibility that, you know, if you move that bed over to the other side, there would be no problems. But you've got 2 beds in there, so if she moved the other one there, I'd be curious to see if the other child were experiencing that.
Actually, high EMF is actually very dangerous, because doctors have confirmed that high EMF can cause aneurysms and cause brain tumors.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Now, with Kirsten, her daughter Kirsten, prior to her being in the right bedroom, she was in with the girls, and she was on the top bunk. Same bunk bed that's in the right bedroom, but she was on the outside wall, top bunk. Still same problems.
Yeah, it's right outside this
Yeah, I didn't check the
window
EMF
here
in that other room.
right where that tree is. And Eugene was out there with me when I originally did it, and it was something was there. It was just going off the meter.
Really?
But
Yeah.
the second he came about a foot and a half up off the ground, it started dropping off rapidly.
Yeah.
And then as he got closer to the ground, only within about a 4-foot diameter
Within that 4 feet.
area
Yeah.
Yeah.
coming off the house,
I
it
feel
would
like
light
it's
up the
something
second he'd
under
come
the
off
ground.
about 4 feet. It was dropping.
Did you guys have smart meters put in here? Do you know? By PG&E? SMUD?
That's the electronic ones, huh?
Well, they're like a microwave is what they are.
But it's over there.
Okay.
That would actually be back over here.
Well, they travel through space, so they don't just stay in one place like electronics do. It's something to think
Actually, I
about.
think we have the old style
An analog. Yeah.
analog, yeah.
So if they try to put one in, refuse. You can refuse. You can say, no, I want to keep our analog.
Okay.
Have they been getting sick or anything in that bedroom in
Which one, right or left?
there? Well, not the one
The
showing
one
up
with the
the-
heart on
right
the door?
side.
Yeah. Has anyone been getting sick in there? Okay. That might be from a high EMF. Yeah. Yeah, moving the beds all around might be a good idea. Try that first. See if it does anything.
Well, everybody did a really good job. Also, too, I appreciate that you did look on the outside perimeters and for the wiring and stuff like that, because that is very important and stuff like that, too. Yeah, you guys all did a really wonderful job, and thank you to the occupants